father insist on continuing it. If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal.
Excuse me.
Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
So it's like every other wonder gizmo ever invented. When will you eggheads learn?
Have faith. Let me show you how we deal with such problems. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for everyone. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Can it wait?
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
So this was just a fishing expedition?
There wasn't any way to know ahead of time what might be on their network. So I just had that program set to grab everything it found. All the good stuff on here is going to be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. All the rides will be
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
Got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. conscriptive exon strands have formed.
Protect and serve.
That's good.
It is. But there's only one way to know if it works.
Protect and serve.
All right. Here we go. And now, we wait.
It'll work. Don't worry.
I hope so. We just have to let the retrovirus run its course. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
Look at all the blood.
I'm ready to move in, sir.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
I ain't exactly keen on having an Institute lapdog stealing all our fun.
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, sir. Thought I heard something new. Gotcha.
Hey, I got something.
Having fun? Huh? I could do this all day.
Hey, I got some. Hit.
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
Good. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary violence.
Unnecessary violence? Doesn't matter his history. This guy chose to fall in with raiders. He wants a fight. Ain't that right, X?
Well, he might not be alone up there. Violence might be inevitable. That's all, sir. Ready when you are.
Nice.
Well
Judging
done.
by your gear, I'm
Very
gonna guess you
impressive.
two are agents of the
Just
Institute.
like me.
So, made it to the
No.
top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
There's a lot of blood on your hands. That ends now.
If that's the way you want it, then let's finish this!
Nice work, sir. I'll take the sim back. This is X688, ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592.
Yes.
Father's a great man. You must be very proud.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Gabriel and his gang were sick bastards, hanging their victims up like trophies. I'm just glad it's over.
While we can do nothing for Gabriel's victims, we can at least take comfort in the knowledge that the threat has been removed. But enough about that. The task is done. And you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
Sir, we've had another situation. A code red.
What? This is the third time in 2 weeks. This is unacceptable. How could this happen?
We think there was a system glitch. We're looking into it.
Damn it, you're all useless. I'll figure out what happened. But in the meantime, tell the others to be on high alert. I want more patrols and more rounds.
Right away, sir.
If you see anything even remotely suspicious, report it immediately. This absolutely cannot happen again. Got it?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Excuse me, Doctor.
You know what happens when people get robots? Real people doing real thinking and
No argument here.
Nice to meet someone who isn't obsessed with replacing...
Right.
I've been saying for years that we're too reliant on these. Maybe you can talk some sense into them. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective...
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Your new quarters are here, sir. Your new quarters are here, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you. Yes, sir.
Sean.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
After everything I've been through to find you, I think you already know.
I'm sorry, Father. Of course. You're right. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. They no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the railroad can hide them.
Sounds pretty simple.
Hopefully, yes. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker Hill. Good luck.
No one secures a place like this unless they've got something worth taking.
I've been waiting for you.
Sorry to have held you up.
Try and keep up from here out. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? The mission's parameters just changed. We're going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Can't pick this. You there, Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
B257, initiate reset. No sudden moves.
Please, no.
Y915, initiate reset. Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest. All right, Synth.
Please!
Z322, initiate reset. Authorization code Gamma 49 Typhoon. I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me.
Mm-hmm. F633, initiate reset. Authorization code Delta 62 Arcus.
That's all of them. Definitely.
That actually worth something?
Bunker Hill is ours.
Return to the town. Make sure all hostiles have been eliminated. I will relay the synths back to the Institute. Report to Father upon your return.
Bunker Hill is ours.
What's that? Who's there?
Engaging hostile life form. Movement detected.
Initiate. You must be terminated. Actuator, Dan, please stand still.
I didn't say we weren't finished.
Son.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really.
Perhaps.
Right.
Standing here, I'm reminded of... I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. Both of us, really.
Kellogg called me the...
Did he? Well, he was correct. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. Well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were... I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, to not only do so, but manage extraordinary.
So it was you?
Yes. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. An experiment. I had no idea what kind of man would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else. Perhaps most curious to me, would you...
That's all this is to you? All I...
No, that's not all. But still... There are greater things to... The synths have been safely returned, and will be... I hope you weren't at too much risk.
There's always a risk. It was worth it.
I'm glad you...
Sure.
The railroad remains an annoyance. And you, well, you've passed it. Please. Take this as... It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the... I'd like you to join me inside. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important.
Call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I have no idea what that is.
I'll admit I'm relieved. It's intended to be something of a classified project, which I'm sure means everyone already knows about it. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of with every advance the Institute makes, our many compromises and sacrifice.
In this world, I'm sure compromise is necessary.
Quite right. For far too long, Phase 3 is simply the activation. It will ensure not just our survival, but our...
Sounds like an important step.
That's... The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have and to how you will...
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above, while I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter. Now,
I don't know that...
Dr. Holdren, it is time. As I'm sure several of you are already aware. I'm sorry, this is... Our best efforts have failed.
What? Can't be serious.
I'm sorry. This is not how I want.
Right. There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. We can talk more later. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must, to that end.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Sure.
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will see. The Institute has enough scientists. I believe my father has already proven himself. This will conclude this meeting.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
I had no idea.
I know this is...
Right.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurance. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us.
Unit X688
Allie.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation,
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become... We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to... You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium...
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands. I'm going with you.
You're going?
Not really, no. I admit I'm not fond of going up top, but I promise to stay up. This device we're after? It's very sensitive equipment, and it's pretty... So, are you going to put up a stink, or can we get moving?
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going... But here we are, with our option. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on. We don't want them getting the agitator before... Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Sure.
I trust you, and I don't say that lightly.
I took care of those super mutants. The settlers were relieved to not have them to worry about anymore.
Thank God. Super mutants. Civilian? I'll let you know if I hear of any sign. In the meantime, make sure to offer help to any...
I taught those raiders a lesson. They won't be attacking another settlement again.
That's good. I hope I live to see the...
Remember that settlement that was asking for help? All safe and sound again.
Good. This is how we're gonna take back the Commonwealth. Is this a better time for that talk?
I understood. And I appreciated your trust and...
Oh, good. I guess I was... It's just... I was ready to give up. And it was because of you.
I'm glad you decided to stick around.
Well, now, I hope I didn't...
Sure.
I guess we should get...
Hey.
Cavalry's arrived. And it looks like they sent in the big guns.
That ship. I've never seen anything.
Amazing, isn't it? We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with an... If she's here, Elder Maxon's here.
Gonna be a quick war with that thing on our side.
Sure know how to make an entrance. I'll give you that.
That's the plan. If history's proven anything, it's that an overwhelm... That being said, you're about to get to... I've received orders that we're both to report. Follow me up to the roof of the police station.
If you want to impress me, complete the op I gave you. Otherwise, we've got nothing to talk about.
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum can be fatal.
Back on top.
Got minigun in front of you, loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals. The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive. Everyone down there believed in our cause, but they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory. We're on final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions. Far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
What you got, friend?
Permission to come aboard, sir? Permission granted, and welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I field promoted him to Initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Prydwen and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Captain.
So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Sorry? A little soft around the edges, aren't you?
Sure.
If you want to earn your place among the best. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of... The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the... As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission. Understood?
Absolutely.
Good. That's all for now.
Right.
Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. If you have any questions, ask me now.
What are my orders?
Your orders are... Anything else?
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head... Dismissed, Initiate.
Captain Kells?
Question?
What are you gonna do about it?
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction, and most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our mission. Beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
If Elder Maxon ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell...
Elder Maxon.
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
If you say so.
I can understand your indecisiveness.
Don't worry. I'm convinced.
Paladin, and he concludes, seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers. Therefore, from this moment and befitting your title,
regret. A knight? What is this, the dark?
Judging from the state of the world, it wouldn't be a stretch to say we're lit. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the... Welcome aboard the Pridwin, soldier.
Vertibird Doc.
Status report.
Green across the board, sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on. So how did it look out there?
Well, wondered when I'd see you again.
Welcome back, Paladin. Welcome home.
Glad to hear someone say that. Listen, I didn't have a chance to thank you properly before. I'm not sure I still have a place here. I've been away for too long. Maybe I'm not, but I'll give it time. I owe it to you, and...
Danse?
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
I was very impressed with him. He seems to know.
Exactly. Without his... I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance... Not to put too fine a point on it, but...
Don't worry. I'll be careful.
Good. Because we've got a lot of work ahead of us.
Sure.
Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor, and in order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your... Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding.
now sure the Pridwins are
Hey, Hancock.
Look who it is. Heading out again?
Let's do it.
Done.
Keep away from me, you filthy ghoul.
Don't flatter yourself, crew cut. You ain't my type.
Congratulations on the promotion.
There. Try it now.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago.
You're the new recruit I heard about. Not
Sounds like you're disappointed.
not disappointed, just surprised. You don't look like one of Anyway, since you came down here, my name's Ingram. And this, if your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Pridwin's about...
Sounds like you have a pretty full plate.
Played. Hell. There isn't a day that goes by on this tough. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as...
Actually, you seem to be getting...
I suppose it's better than the... Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get... There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to use the work... Now, if you'll excuse me...
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted...
Not really here to chit-chat. I had orders to make the...
Rules. Every one of... I hope you're not another one of those by-the-book... And this is the stowage depot. And I, as you... The powers that be have me locked in here. If you need to stock up on supply...
That's good to know.
I'm glad you're the agreeable. When I tell most of the new recruits that they have to buy their... The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side...
I could use some extra caps.
You need them, and I want you to spend them here.
Sure.
It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting, and since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, after you're done with the meet and greet. In the meantime, if you ever need anything...
Tegan.
Remember, come find me when you're done meeting the rest of the crew. Plenty of work if you need it.
Unless you
Come
like
back when
getting
you're done
radiation
introducing
sickness,
yourself.
I'd stay away from ferals.
I'm worried about these recruits. Young, too green. Not like the initiates.
Good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere.
I think you're confusing...
Perhaps I need to rummage through, since it's obvious that you aren't who I was...
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so...
Yes. You must be under normal circumstances. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research. Unfortunately,
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for... I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you recover. And if you wish to be assigned to a in any event, it was a pleasure to meet.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical...
Sure. Go right ahead.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series... First question. As a child...
There wasn't that much radiation around before...
Before the bombs?
Right.
You were a vault. You're probably healthier. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down... Okay. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Well, you don't appear to be suffering from any loss. Third question. Have you ever had sexual relations with...
No. Never have.
Very well. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human?
That's more of a morals...
Oh, absolutely. I feel that the mental state of the crew is... Anyone that hesitates firing in combat... So what about you?
If my life's in danger, I'll do whatever it takes to defend...
That's an acceptable answer. And the most common. Excellent. I think I've got all the information. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Pridwin's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
Yes, Elder.
Good. Let's get right to it, then. Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell it. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of fat men. I want you to head over there. Wipe out everything that... Understood?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuke.
Ugly green bastards don't stay.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong. And wipe those dirty mutants. Dismissed.